Alright, stream is started, and perfect timing. Doggy just went.
Yeah,
Kill the
that's the one
dog.
that wets itself every time it sees me.
Yeah, that's the snow.
It quite often pisses on my foot.
Oh, yeah! Alright, so I got the Twitch app up. Let's search for the games. Men. There we go. Ba-da-bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-bum, bum, bum. So watching men. Why is that sound there? Where does it come from? Embarrassing. Anyway, as I watch myself bitching.
Yeah.
It's so fucking annoying. Hey, where'd that go? Where'd the restream fucking chat go?
Right. It hasn't gone anywhere.
It has for me, it closed out.
Oh.
Alright.
Well, it's still on the stream, so.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I'm talking about my personal one. Okay, so... Whenever you are ready, let's do it.
Okay. You ready?
Yep. Dog is too.
Hang on a sec. Greetings, guys, gals, and guildies, and welcome to episode 225 of the Gamesmen podcast. The Gamesmen are here to play roles. I'm playing the role of your host. My name is Dan, hardly Dan Natman, and with me, back from his illness and lack of voice, is Gary Amorous89 Lever. How are you doing, sir?
My voice is back! Yay! It only took 3 fucking weeks!
Yeah,
Fuck.
that was...
Don't do coal dust, kids. It doesn't work well. It's really bad for you. No. Fuck. And it ruined
considerably worse than smoking, I imagine.
Yeah, it completely ruined my progress in asthma back about 3 years for 1 day's worth of inhalation. So that's just fucking fantastic. But yeah, I have a lot of mucus again and all this shit, and it sucks. But yeah, I have a voice, I can sing again, and woo! Very happy. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, so what have you been up to, apart from killing yourself with coal dust?
Well, after I did that, I bought a real fancy mask that's really good, and good thing I did, because I sanded this floor here that you can't see, because I got the
blanket of shame.
Yes, the blanket of soundproofing. Well, I don't know. It's not soundproofing shit because fucking whatever clicking shit is. But yeah, so yeah, I sanded the floor. That took an entire day to do, and I had this mask on, and I was covered from head to toe in fucking sawdust. And so was my entire house. Sawdust everywhere. I'm still cleaning this shit up 3 weeks later. And don't
sounds like the ideal time of the year to do it when it's really freaking hot everywhere.
Actually, it was actually kind of cool that week, compared to what it's been. But yeah, I had like windows open and everything, and like I was watching as I was fucking using the damn floor sander. I'm just watching all this fucking shit go out the window and fly back, and I'm like, fuck. I had to clean out my shop vac twice, and then whenever I took it back to them, they found out that the belt was off that's supposed to suck up the sawdust. So everything that was supposed to be in the bag went all over my house instead of going into the bag. Yeah, so
that's
I was
really handy.
Yeah, I was like, I took the bag off at the end, and yeah, it didn't collect one piece of dust. Like, I emptied it, and I was like, turned it inside, I was like, there's nothing in here.
Did you get a discount or anything? I would have complained.
I did not get charged for because I was only doing it for a half day, but I did a full day. Because it took me a lot longer than I thought I was going to, and they didn't charge me for
we had all that sweeping up to do.
Yeah, that was definitely part of it. Yeah, like I had to empty out the big ass shop vac once, and I haven't even cleaned it out again, but it's still full of sawdust. So I threw it. I kind of want to put it in like a bag and then like throw it at a fire and it goes. Pff. But I may do that. I don't know because I'm weird. But yeah, I that shit had 20 grit sandpaper, and it just looks like it has fucking warts all over it. And I used that as just like fucking like mows everything down. It was great. But yeah, coal dust was dead, and it was probably all over the house. Like I did not take off that mask the entire day. Actually, I did take off the mask, but I was I was having a couple beers while I was doing it. But I put the beers downstairs, and like I walked downstairs and like was taking a drink or whatever, and then like I head back up, keep going. Like the entire mask was covered in shit. I had to clean that all up. Oh my god, it was fun though. I need to stain it now, but I can't stain it until I get rid of this problem that I have called a fucking cat, and that I almost killed today. This is the story I was telling you about, Dan. So this cat has been pissing and shitting in the bathtub for forever. It's my aunt's cat. We had to take him in because we had to take all of her cats in, but we got rid of all of them but this one. And he's been pissing and shitting in the bathtub, which is kind of okay. It's not okay because it should be going in a fucking K letter, but he's been pissing and shitting in there, which it's easy to clean up, so I don't really complain about that one. But now that I've just did this nice floor, everything's great, he's pissing on it. And I'm really pissed. I've already had to clean it 3 times, and the third time was today, and he had to do it last night because there's another fresh spot, and then he decides, oh, I'm not done yet, I'm gonna go over under Gary's fucking desk and piss right under it next to the wall.
Gotta love that smell of cat piss.
He's fucking gone today.
I left my bass guitar around a friend's house, and their cat sprayed on it, and then it was yeah.
And then I burned it.
The bag and the guitar, and yeah, I've thrown it out.
But the reason I found out that he did it was because I went downstairs about to go to the store this morning, and I hear dripping. I was like, oh, well, one, I didn't know if it was raining or not, but I was like, fuck, is the ceiling leaking again? And I go upstairs, like, there's nothing here. And then I look at the fucking floor, and there's cat piss there. And I fucking saw him. He looked at me. I was like, did you just fucking piss there? And I fucking chased him. I threw a couch at him, trying to fucking kill the cat. I missed, and I hit the wall, and I put a hole in the wall. But, yeah, that cat is gone today. So, yeah, I went downstairs.
If anyone's worried, it's not like... it's someone else who's looking after him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my aunt's taking him away. Haha, hee hee, hoo hoo. Anyway,
She lives on a big farm.
Life is wonderful all the time. But, yeah, so she's coming to pick him up today and take him because I was like, I can't do it anymore. I cannot deal with the cat pissing and shitting all over my house. I'm finally fixing this fucking place. So, anyway... yeah, I went downstairs and I saw the shit dripping, and then I went over and it's dripping through where the Ethernet cable is coming up through the floor for my computer, and it's all underneath like my wires and shit, so I had to clean up all that. I kind of wish he would just would have pissed on the fucking power bank so he could just got electrocuted or something. But I normally don't wish animal death. I love animals, but I wanted to kill it. But, yeah, so it went all over my bar stool. Don't mess with Gary's bar stool. That's fucking really nice. It was everywhere. It's on the floor downstairs. I need to clean that up. There's so much cleaning that needs done. But, yeah, so that happened. I was just not happy today. So, yeah. Cat's gonna be gone. I can stain my floor. Don't have to worry about no other cat in this house pisses and shits on stuff. So, we're good. And then I can finally build my stuff in here, and it's going to be awesome. I want to finish that stuff up before my mom gets here on the 31st. Because I want to have all the books on the bookshelves and everything, and have everything look nice and organized and neat. So, yay. So that's all I'm going to go into the last 3 weeks, I think. I didn't do any major cleaning or anything. Dan, do you want me to go through my massive amount of movies now or later?
Yeah, well, I've not done much this week, so I'll just slip that in. Well, we weren't on last week. Better address that first, because Gary's voice was screwed, and there was a local thing going on, regatta, which is jolly good fun. There's loads of boat races and drinking and people pretending to be pirates, so you can't really.
Ooh, I'll put sea shanties in for the music this week.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, so that was good fun. Lots of shanties and bands. I got home at about 2 in the morning,
You
and
want
then
to give
stayed up
people an idea how
very
you got
drunk.
home? Oh, you were very drunk.
Yeah, I managed to blag a lift home, so that was pretty cool. Um,
And
and
get a
then
whole bunch
earlier
of beer
this
bought
week,
for you.
yeah, it was good. Um, yeah, I think I ended up having like 10 or 12 pints. So, yeah, good night out. um, and yeah, obviously the week before we had Sherry's Joy and Big Rob 029
Thank you,
to fill in for
guys.
Gary. Unfortunately, sorry about the sound quality on that. We did have some recording issues. Basically, the computer they were using ran out of hard drive space.
Get a bigger
Um,
hard drive.
yeah, and then again, they obviously didn't notice right at the end. So the end part of the podcast where it sounds really bad, that's because I had to rip it off the stream, and their internet connection wasn't very good. So yeah, sometimes it's good to live in the middle of nowhere. Other times, not so good. Um, what else? Oh yeah, I took my board out the other day. I went to the beach. It was a lovely hot day. There weren't any waves. I didn't. Well, I say there weren't any waves. There were very small waves. I
Yeah,
managed
I
to
saw you go
catch
over a
and
few.
ride a couple of half-foot waves. So yeah, like 6-inch waves. I was trying to ride on my surfboard, but I wanted to see what the camera was like, and for how cheap this camera is, it was actually pretty good going. So
Monty looks
yeah, I
so good.
approve. Yeah, yeah, he's still not sure about the water. Yeah, but my week has been mainly watching. I might as well go through what I've seen, and then you can do all of yours. Doctor Who, lots of Doctor Who. We're on the 7th Doctor, so the 8th Doctor was never shown on TV as a series. That was a movie. So
You
we're
think they're
getting
gonna
to
show
the
the
end.
movie?
I don't know because they've started doing Sci-Fi Sundays on Twitch. It's a Twitch stream, obviously. If you don't know about it, they've been streaming Doctor Who for what feels like forever, and
There's a lot of
we're
Doctor Who.
so close to the end now. Um, and on Sundays they have Sci-Fi Sundays. A couple of weeks back, it was Hyperdrive, the sitcom with Nick Frost in it, which was quite funny. And last week it was Torchwood, the first series of Torchwood, which started at 6 o'clock my time and finished at 4 in the morning. So, yeah, I kind of didn't do anything on Monday. I slept all day. But yeah, I think that's all I've watched. I've got a weird feeling I might have seen something, like a movie or something, but I can't remember. I did find one thing out, though, which I'm really looking forward to. On the 19th of October, Law's coming back, the new season of Law
When
on
did you
Amazon.
say?
On October the 19th.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
But yeah,
On
you've watched a load of movies. So,
Yeah. First I'll start off. I'm just gonna go backwards. I'm gonna start off with podcast. So since the last time I was on, I started a new podcast, and it's going really fast. I actually started it last week. It's called the Magnus Archives, and it's actually really interesting. It's kind of not horror. It's like strange event kind of things, but it's like I don't think you listen to any podcast. It's like basically stories that it goes kind of by stories that people are telling to this
okay.
to this facility place called the Magnus Archives. It's a place where they take all these strange accounts and like archive stuff and look into the weird stuff that's happening. Like this one guy's a vampire killer and shit. Just really weird.
Apparently, I'm a vampire hunter as well, according to Facebook.
Really? Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And I'm 23% Japanese. Yeah.
I think you're turning Japanese.
And my nickname is The Fixer, which actually is kind of cool. I like that nickname.
I can't remember what it said mine was. But, I'm part Swiss. Yeah, so it's really interesting. It's really good. They're on season 3 now. I think they're almost done with season 3. They have 110 episodes out now. I'm on 80, I think, somewhere around there. So in the last couple, and they're only like 20 minutes, so it's like you can listen through pretty quick. It's interesting. There's actually like a story behind it. Like shit actually happens in there too, and it's really weird.
I've just seen your nickname.
What's my nickname?
The Danger.
Yeah.
And your favorite activity is dancing everywhere.
Yeah. I can't help it. I gotta do.
Yeah, do you remember that guy on YouTube that he became like a bit of a star because basically everywhere he went, he just had a little film of him doing this stupid dance in front of all of the places it was visiting. So it'd be like in front of the Grand Canyon dancing, and then the same dance, Taj Mahal and the pyramids, and he's just doing the same crappy little dance.
I don't think I've ever seen that. The easiest way to
do
get
that.
famous: do stupid things. Yeah, but the Magnus Archives is actually really good. The only thing that I hate is when there's yelling in it, and it only happens a couple times. But when they yell, they don't do any like levelating on that. It's just fucking like I have to turn it up because they kind of talk a little bit more quiet. But whenever they go into a part where like somebody's screaming because they're getting killed, it's like right in your ear, and I take off my fucking headphones. People have to be looking at me, or at my cubicle, because all you hear is, ah, coming from my fucking headphones. And I'm just like, and it's like, because I want to turn it down, but it's over by the time I go to fucking turn it down. I'm just like, don't do that. Fucking hurts. Yeah, and it just comes out of my headphones, and like, I'm just like, I hope nobody heard that. Oh boy, I'll have to. Well, we don't take breaks, so I'll have to look at that after the show's over. But yeah, that's pretty good though. I haven't listened to, I haven't listened to other podcasts lately just because of like any of the gaming ones, because I've been trying to get through a couple of the series that I fucking have, because I picked up way too many podcasts. And I have so many that run all week, like all the fucking podcast shows and all that stuff. Oh, yeah. God. But yeah, I need to listen to ours. I think I got the damn thing fixed with my podcast thing, but yeah, I need to do that.
Okay, cool.
TV, I count this TV because, like, basically all this shit's on Netflix, almost. But, Jim Gaffigan, Cinco, and Jeff Dunham, Relative Disaster, I watched those two comedy specials. They were funny, I like them. Making a Murderer, I did start that. My mom called me yesterday, so I didn't get to finish the second episode, but I started that. And yeah, I'm not sure where it's going to go from there. It seems like there's another person that got murdered, raped and murdered, that stopped at his house. And that's where I had to stop it because my mom called. So,
I've just remembered something I forgot to mention that I have watched.
What did you watch?
Haven't finished it, but I've been watching season 2 of Luke Cage. Yeah. Mainly today, or was it yesterday? But I'm not sure. I have no idea. Is it Saturday? I don't know.
It's Saturday.
I was playing Forza 5 and watching it. The music's so good in this series. It's really I'm loving all the music choices.
Yeah, they definitely search for good.
Yeah, they spent a lot of money on just the licensing. There's some great tunes in there, and I was like, ones that I haven't heard for ages. Some of the live music, the live music they've got when there's a scene in a bar and there's a guy singing and playing, that's freaking awesome. But just like the tracks that you know, have been released in the pub. They've just picked everything's just right for the scene. It's really good. Absolutely loving it.
Yeah, they definitely did really good with that. Um,
I've got to the stage where um, there's a head in a fish tank.
oh,
That's not too spoilery, is it?
that's actually pretty far.
Yeah.
That's over halfway over.
Yeah, I watched a lot of episodes back to back and did a lot of races.
Yeah.
But,
So I think you've seen the best Iron Fist fight scene. Has he showed up yet? I think he showed up.
no.
No? Okay. Well, this actually has like the best Iron Fist fight scene.
The lawyer from Daredevil, his
Foggy.
friend, Yogi. Yeah, he's been in a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. But yeah,
but yeah, it's been pretty
this
good.
is a really good series. I really like season 2 a lot. Yeah, finish that shit. It's good. All right. So that brings me to movies. I can't remember why I watched a bunch of these ones, but I haven't played a lot of games in the past few weeks, mostly because I've been very sad about my voice. I don't know why that makes me not play games, but
'Cause you can't shout at noobs.
yeah, even though I don't really play those style games unless I'm playing with you guys. But speaking of that, I get to announce something in a little bit. So I should go in order of when I will, in a way. So I watched Cube because I haven't watched that movie in years, and then I watched Cube 2 Hypercube, and then I watched Cube Zero, which is the prequel, and they basically
And
show.
also sounds like a sugar-free fizzy drink.
Yes. Oh, I also forgot to put in here. I can't remember what it's called. The House of, because it popped up because I typed in Cube and it came up. So I was like, well, it's the only other thing that has Cube in it, so I guess I'll watch it. It was only 10 minutes, a short Japanese animated thing. Kind of sad, showing this guy who lives in basically this cube house, and it kind of shows like his past, like towards the end. He's like he drops his pipe down into because it's got picture global warming and like everything's melting and the oceans and everything are getting bigger. Well, this guy at the beginning, this guy had his original house. Well, then he had to build his house up, and they put like trap doors underneath into the top of the other house because they build over top of it, and then they keep building over top because it keeps getting higher and higher. And I'm explaining this more than Q, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of sad because this guy's all alone in the end, and like he has like some scuba gear he goes on, and he's like seeing like he's going through the different parts of the house and remembering the past and all that stuff. It was interesting. It was only 10 minutes. It was cool. It's like the House of Many Cubes or something. I don't know. Type in Cube on Netflix. It's animated. If you really want to watch. I just was like, cubes. Cubes everywhere. Cube.
Now, I know I've seen Cube. I don't think I've seen Cube 2 or Cube 0.
Okay, so Cube is the original where they have the whole building that moves around and shit, and then they have to get through. There's traps everywhere. Basically the same thing for all the fucking other ones. But different things to it. I remember liking Cube back in the day, but I barely remembered it. Kind of. Like, I knew that the one guy was definitely the bad guy in the end and all this stuff, and yeah. And then the mentally challenged guy was like super smart. And then you find out in Cube Zero at the very end how that kind of happened, why he's so smart, and it's kind of interesting. I kind of guessed it, but anyway, so they're all the same. I can't really like. There's different traps that they show up. Like Cube Zero is before the first one, so it's an older building thing, and yeah. So that was interesting. And then Cube 2 Hypercube, they use
a bigger cube with more cubes in it.
Well, it's a cube that has, well, it's a hypercube. So it's like the fourth dimensions. I don't know. It's really weird. Shit moves around. They have different gravity. It goes different ways. It's weird.
Right.
And then, like, I don't know, they had to make it out before the clock hit 0 and all this shit. Or they'd be dead. Or they'd die from traps, either one. So yeah, that was fun. But it's got like a lot of, I don't know, it's kind of like got time travel and shit because everything's like getting mixed. Hey, Rob's here.
Yeah, he's out in the boonies at the moment, so he's only listening. He's on his way home. So yeah, shout out to you, Rob. He's been playing Cube 2, but it's not really quite the same as...
It's a different cube.
Yeah.
It's a quantum cube.
Yeah.
It's a cube with a Q. So, yeah, that one's really interesting, and it's got, like, time travel shit, and, like, these two have sex in it. Of course, you gotta have sex. And then, like, person goes, like, somehow they see them, like, old, decrepit body, like, holding each other, having sex kind of thing. It's really weird.
Now, does it follow the rules? Do they die?
What do you mean?
The horror rules. Yeah. If
yeah, they were dead.
If you have sex, you die.
Yeah, they were dead. Totally dead. But, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna have sex, like, you gotta die. Anyway, what else do I want to mention? Oh, yeah, we'll keep the horror. So, I watched Before I Wake the other day, like, 2 days ago or something like that. I've watched it before. I think I fell asleep during it, or I was having sex during it. I don't remember. But, yeah, so I watched Before I Wake. And that's really interesting if you don't know what it is. It's like this boy who can make his dreams come into reality, and then he's got the canker that shows up, and then you find shit out about it. It's really cool. It's interesting. I liked it. Very horror, of course. Like, the fucking creature thing just looks so creepy.
I've just got the Metallica song going through my head now.
Which one?
Sandman.
Oh, Sandman. Yeah, okay. And then I watched The Babadook. That's so weird because they're like British, and this kid.
They're not. They're Australian.
Whatever the boy, I don't know. I only remember the boy's voice, and it's just super, super fucking annoying. God damn. But the Babadook's fucking. Okay, so there's a thing, like, scary things don't scare me. Creepy, fucked up looking face things creep me the fuck out. Yes, Babadook. Classic role, Gary G's.
To make it easier, do you remember the song Agadoo?
Agadoo?
Yeah. Agadoo, do, push by an apple, shake a tree. You just go, ba, duck, 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 and it makes it like fun and friendly. You just have to think of that when it starts freaking you out.
But
just sing a fun song.
No, it's the fucking face. Like, there's I can't remember the creepypasta, but it's like this super, like, it's just like really weird. Like, it's got like big black eyes or like just like dead stare thing. Like, the fucking just creeps me out. Not scares me. It just gives me like a. Don't like it. The look. It's just the creepy look. Don't like. Yeah, but that one had it, and then like the face of the thing in like Before I Wake is just like just there's unsettling things. Like, scary things don't fucking get me at all. But anyway, so moving on from that, that's a good movie though. Courtney watched it. She said it wasn't that good, but I was like, guess what? She's not around, so I get to watch it now. So then I watched The Devil's Pass because I got this thing because of this next movie I'm going to talk about. I got Showtime on Amazon because I got a free trial for a week and I need to get rid of it by Tuesday or whatever. So this is the only other movie that I felt like I was like, yeah, okay. So The Devil's Pass, it deals with the Dyatlov Pass. And,
oh, yeah.
So that's already, I think I'm like, love it.
Yeah, we've heard so many different podcasts about that.
Well, this is a fake thing where they go to investigate and shit, and they die, and then it's like the government trying to kill them. I'm just going to say it because it doesn't really matter that much. It's fucking weird and stupid. It's very indie. You can tell, but you can just tell how fake it is, like from like 2 seconds in.
So it's less the devil's pass, more the devil's ass.
Yes. Yeah. It was kind of interesting. Okay. They went to Russia. Like they didn't even get a Russian. This is how stupid it was. They went to Russia to climb the mountain, but they didn't get a Russian guide. They got somebody in America that climbed mountains to fucking be their guide in Russia. I'm like, it's not fucking how you do it. And like they were like practicing on like snow slopes and shit for hiking.
Had he even climbed that pass at all, or he just never been there? And he's just
No, he
well,
said,
I've never been there, but
no,
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, he said, well, I've climbed every other mountain in America, so might as well do this one. I was just like, great. Because that's how it works. And this other guy that was going with him, he's like, yeah, I lived on the I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I think it was the Appalachian Mountains. He's like, yeah, I lived in the Appalachian Mountains for like a year. I was like, it's totally qualified. So, yeah, movie's kind of dumb. Then, Boone wanted to watch a movie or whatever, so we watched the movie together. And, we watched The Train to Busan. And, that was a really good movie. I'm fucking, kind of done with zombie films. But this is a Korean film, which I'm not into the Korean stuff as much because Courtney used to watch the dumbest, like, Korean shows, like drama TV show kind of things. And, I just, like, oh my god, I just kept watching it. And as soon as they said, I can't remember now, like, what the word is for mom over there, I was like, yep, that's the Korean one. I hear that a lot. So, yeah, we watched this movie, and, it's a really good zombie film. It's basically World War Z on a train. Like, I don't know, have you watched World War Z?
No, I haven't read it either.
Okay,
but I am tempted to get the audiobook because that sounds awesome.
But the zombies in World War Z, like, they run, like, super crazy, and, like, they're climbing over shit, and, like, they make a mound of themselves to get over a wall and stuff.
So they're fast zombies, like, 28 days later.
Except, like, super crazy. Like, and, they, like, in this movie, they move really fucking crazy, like, and, they just, Korean zombies are very, very creepy. Just put it that way. But yeah, at the end of the movie, like, there's a fucking, like, talking about that World War Z thing, is, like, a couple of zombies grab onto this train, and then zombies grab onto them, and then other zombies grab onto them, and grab on, and there's a fucking gigantic line of zombies just attached to this train getting dragged behind it. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, like, they're on this train, so, just small quarters, and everything. And, this one guy is a super badass. He's not even the main character, but he was awesome. Yeah, it was actually a really good film. I would totally tell anybody to watch that shit. I'm so glad that Boone brought it up. And we watched that because I watched Battle Royale. And I can see why all these different weapons that are in these Battle Royale games, where they came from. Because it's totally this. Too bad they haven't put a fucking, not a tase gun, what the fuck's a shock thing? It's not a cattle prod, but it's like the handheld one, self-defense one. Anyway.
Like a stun gun or a taser.
Taser. Yeah, taser. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, they totally need to put that in there, because that'd be awesome. But yeah, that movie was definitely crazy, pretty good, insane. Lot of child death, holy fuck. So good. Very happy with it. There's not much else I can say. Probably a lot of people have watched that before I have. But yeah, I can see why it's so good and why people praise it. Um, what else do I got? I think I'm almost near the end. So I'll bring this one up first. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. It's another thing. Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and
Isn't it stupidly long?
2 hours
Or does
and
it just feel
20.
stupidly long?
No, I think it's like 2 hours and 20 minutes. I know it's over 2 hours. Um, I don't think. Well, I think Johnny Depp is kind of done with it. Like, he just didn't seem to. It didn't feel very, Jack. It didn't feel like Jack Sparrow is like, has been. Hell, it like showed him like drunk for the first quarter of the film. So, but yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, it wasn't that good. I was kind of disappointed in it. Not like a lot of good fun things that they normally do, like choreographed stuff. So I was kind of sad with that.
Yeah, it's one of the worst rated of the series, I think, isn't it?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was the worst.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was kind of disappointed with that. I finally got to watch Coco, and I was like, all right, Disney, who are you gonna fucking kill at the beginning of the film? Nobody. That's weird. But it's all about dead people, so I guess, that makes a little bit of sense. But yeah, by the end of the movie, like, at the end of the movie, like, the last, like, 10 minutes or so, like, I was tearing up, I had tears falling from my face. I was like, I am a total bitch now. Like, it took, like, my entire relationship and Courtney almost dying to her leaving me, and now I cry at films. So I'm good. I'm there. I'm there. I'm a human being again. Go me. Um, but yeah, I was like, wow, I actually have
129 minutes long.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 2 hours, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, God damn it. So I'm like crying over a fucking film. But it was good. Really, really good. Yes. Of course. Like, a lot of people have been talking about it, well, whenever it came out and everything, and I finally sat down and watched it. Good shit. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about, because I did get to watch it, you know what? There is another film, I think. I don't think I talked about this on the last podcast. I watched Jurassic World. The new one.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what the title for it is. It's not Fallen World or something. I can't remember. What?
Fallen Kingdom? No. It doesn't matter. Dinosaurs.
But yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that. That was interesting. Dinosaurs in a mansion, basically, is pretty cool. Yeah. So that was actually good. It was good. I won't say too much about it. Just like the next one, Ant-Man and the Wasp. That was, I had a couple moments where I just fucking couldn't stop laughing. I love that shit.
I got really pissed off when I was watching something the other day, listening to something actually on the radio about wasps and different types of animal bites and stuff, and they kept saying about wasp bites, and I'm like, they don't fucking bite you, they've got a sting, they sting you, it's a wasp sting, you fucking cretin. And this guy was an actual doctor. No, they've got a sting just like
Yellow
bees, only it's not barbed,
stingers,
so it goes in and out. They're just like, yeah, they repeatedly sting you with their thorax. There's a sting at the end.
So they're basically humping you.
Well, no, because it's a sting, not a penis.
They're fucking you with their ass.
They don't shit. All that comes out of it is venom, a bit of a poison to make it worse, so they can
be bigger assholes.
Yeah.
Shit sucks. I did see something about bumblebees and wasps or something like that. I need to find that again. It was hilarious. But like how bumblebees help the environment, and how wasps do nothing. But
oh no, they wasps do loads.
Be angry. Well, they kill different things.
Yeah, so many pests for food crops and garden pests and things.
I still hate
They're
them.
actually really freaking useful. Just just so happens that
I'm
late
so
summer when we're
angry.
enjoying picnics and cider, they really like
Cider.
picnics and cider. So, so
All right.
yeah, they get angry and sting.
So yeah,
Not
and the
bite.
Wasp. That was a good movie. It had a lot of very funny things that I was laughing quite hard at, and yeah, it was a good movie. Really, really good. Go watch that one. Like all Marvel movies. I'm just so happy that Stacy's boyfriend lets her like go and watch movies with me because I don't have anybody to go watch movies with, and I can't do it on my own. So, yay! I got somebody to watch it with. But yeah, that shit's been good. And and I went to a brewery and I got myself a growler and it was good. And that was the same day that you were really drunk.
Yeah.
um, but
Yeah, it was.
yeah, that was a very good brewery and great food and awesome. Oh, it was so good. But that is it for what I've been watching, what I've been doing, all that stuff. So I guess I'll go straight into my games. I don't have much to really say. I need to play more. I just kind of been like with everything, and I've been cleaning a shit ton, so I haven't made time for anything, except for watching movies. Apparently, I don't know why. I'm in a different mood for summer. Weird. So PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, been playing that with you and Rory, and then I had like a couple rounds on my own, and I got a chicken dinner.
Yeah, not a proper chicken dinner. Though.
Not a proper chicken dinner. The team probably completely fucking. Oh, they did carry me because I only got 4 kills that match.
Yeah,
I
it
still
was in
got
one
a
of the
chicken
events,
dinner. It
wasn't it?
doesn't matter. I can stop playing the game.
And you can
now.
respawn.
Shut up, Dan. I still got a chicken
It's not
dinner.
a proper
I
chicken
still got a
dinner.
chicken dinner. It's a chicken dinner.
It wasn't a battle royale though. So.
No, it wasn't. I'll never get that. I just really suck at that game. I don't even want to play with you and Rory because I feel like I just fucking completely let you guys down.
No, you don't.
I'm really bad at it. Like, really bad. And then, like, I don't have a scope. Like, I was playing with you guys last week or whatever. And just, like, you're in the building. You're, like, shooting at these guys over on the bridge. I'm like, I have nothing to do here. And I fell outside of the fucking cars as we were about to pass the fucking blue line. Good shit. But, yeah, I'm very bad at that game. So, you know, because Dan brought it up, I bought a new Battle Royale game. Because I'll definitely be better at this one. Actually, my reactions have been really bad, shooting-wise. Like, going for a headshot and shit, I'm just doing really bad. I kind of, like, freak out when I see someone. I'm like, and then I shoot all around them.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Yeah.
I do the same.
Yeah. And the fact that I mean, if I have a pump-action shotgun, I might as well just walk into somebody without even trying to shoot. Because by the time you get the second shot in, they already have you down. So,
yeah.
It's like bullshit.
Just melee them with a pan. It's a lot easier.
Right. Gotta find a pan first. Let's see. The other thing, Monster Hunter World. Played that with Stacy. Got her a bit further. It's a slow grind with her. Supposed to play this week. We didn't because she was sick. So that sucked. But that was like last week that I helped her and shit. I swear I should have played something else, but I guess I haven't. But it's been 3 weeks. I literally haven't played anything. It's horrible. Except for basically playing PUBG with you. Diablo 3. I finally stopped cleaning and I sat down and I played Diablo 3 with Mr. Board and Boone. And, well, I played a little bit with them. We played off-season because they wanted to do something where they had better, higher characters to fuck around with. And then Board was on doing his shit in season. So then I jumped on with him and I stayed on till like midnight on Sunday or whatever. Or was it Sunday or maybe it was Monday or Tuesday. Oh yeah, it was Tuesday because he went to work the next day. Because he got me up and everything to where I was level 70. I had a couple Paragon, like I was level 27 Paragon. And I said, yeah, I'll, work on it this week, get myself up there. And I didn't do any of that all week. I did play a little bit yesterday. But yeah, it's basically just going through the rifts and everything and trying to work on the seasonal stuff to get the set so I can do better and kill faster and all that stuff. That's kind of just how Diablo works. And then I'll get bored and I'll wait till maybe next season. But that's really all I've been doing. So Dan, how about you?
Yeah, PUBG. Been playing some of that with you and Rory, and a bit with Rogue. I've restarted the Octopath Traveler prologue demo because I wanted to play more of it, and I picked a different character.
Wait,
down
can you
near
start the 3 hours over?
Yeah, you can just
Oh,
wipe it. You can't keep your first save, but you can start again.
okay.
So I tried a different character out, and I was the scholar I chose. I can't remember his name, and found some of the coastline, and the water looks. I love the look of the game. It's this wonderful kind of old school pixelated art style with modern shading, lighting, and shadow, and yeah, it's really nice. Yes, I played a bit of that, but it turns out in the prologue, if you pick the guys, I think he's like at the bottom right of the map. You only get the central part of the map to play. Most of it was like, oh, you can't go there in the demo. Sorry, nah, it's off limits. So everywhere I was like, fuck's sake. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to picking that up. I'm gonna have to get that as soon as I can. Just
Yeah, since Rogue gave me money, I'm
really
like,
looking
okay,
forward to
it's time to get some shit. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, mostly I'm getting stuff for the house, but I want to pick up that game really bad.
Finally got round to completing Battlefield 1. So that was good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That took
Took a while.
Let's see, I did it 2 years ago on... Was it 2 years? Right, it came out 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so 2 years ago during Extra Life is whenever I completed it.
Yeah. Wolfenstein 2. Been playing some of that too. I've got to an annoying bit near the end where there's shitloads of mechs.
I'm telling you, put it down on
death.
easy and just finish it. You're literally at the end.
Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Odyssey. Played a bit of that yesterday. I'm right near the end, so I'll probably stop playing it now. I'm
You're
fighting a dragon.
You're fighting a dragon.
Bowser's dragon.
It's been a while since I beat that game. But it doesn't end once you beat the game either, so there's a lot of collecting to do. But it's you. So you can complete the game and just not do the next bits.
Once I get to the credits and getting my victory achieved, then maybe some other time I'll finish it.
So never.
Scrambler. I've been playing that on my phone. Absolutely love it. It's basically a mod, a clone of a game I used to play on my C64 called Scramble. It's a side-scrolling shoot 'em up. You've got a spaceship and there's stuff that comes across. There's ships launching from underneath and fuel dumps that you have to blow up that somehow, when you blow them up, magically fill your fuel tank up. So just future. And
just future.
Yeah, it's good fun. I really quite like it. It's got controller support and you can also use the touchscreen. If you want to play it on the hardest mode, you've got to use a controller. It's just, there's no two ways about it. It's no good with the touchscreen. Normal mode, that's fine. Just using the phone, sitting on the toilet or waiting for a train or something, absolutely fine. But yeah, hardcore mode, you've got to sort yourself out with a controller. And last but not least, and probably least because I've barely played it, I picked up the early access game Islands of Nine: Battle Royale. It's a Battle Royale game, but this one's a little bit different. There are no vehicles, you run a lot faster. The shooting is much more like an old school FPS, and it's in first person. So it's a first person old school shooter. It's so much like an old FPS game. It's about it's about the skill
without futuristic guns.
Yeah.
Smaller bodies.
Yeah, and basically there's this group of aliens, and they've collected bits from Earth history and plonked them down inside this dome, and everyone fights. It's 50 people playing at once. It looks really quite nice. It is pretty cool. Um, I, one minute you're running through like this ancient forest, and then you've got pyramids or Roman architecture around, and it's pretty cool. It really does change how you play. The zones are a lot smaller than the PUBG maps, but they're
I
quite
like
densely
the smaller
packed.
maps.
And yeah, it's well worth checking out. I'm not saying buy it, but watch some streams, do some research. If you like the look of it, then it's what, $25, 20 quid in the UK.
I bought it because Dan did.
Could be good. Well, that is it for what we've been playing this week. So, yeah, I guess now the dogs are silent, it's time for the news.
Yes. All right. Well, I have the first piece over here, and it is Valve banning a bunch of fucking people. So was that the ban hammer?
No, that was my
Oh,
my
your
fave.
All right. So yeah, Valve doesn't like cheaters, and they have the Valve anti cheat system. And yeah, they last week, or was it last week? This week? When did this piece of news come out? It's not. I don't see the date on it. The news article is from this week anyway. So yeah, it banned 90,000 accounts this week, which is quite insane. And they banned just 61,490 people in a 24-hour period. So that's a lot of people getting banned. Now, it doesn't say exactly why they got, as far, well, let's see, enabled titles such as Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Dota 2, Call of Duty, Team Fortress 2, Dying Light, and Rust. Let's see, once an account has been banned, there's no going back. All bans are permanent, non-negotiable, and can't even be removed by Steam support. Damn.
Yeah, luckily I'm in good standing on my my Valve anti-cheat system, so it would cost a lot to get all my games back.
Yeah.
The problem is most people that cheat, they do it on a spare account, and they
That only has like
bought
one
the game with stolen credit cards anyway.
Yeah, right.
So, that's bad. Well, I'm glad they're doing something. Unlike Nintendo, who, in an effort to show Nintendo how terrible hacking and cheating is in Splatoon 2, a guy hacked the leaderboards and made it read, please add anti-cheat for the first few players.
Oh my
what
God.
did Nintendo do? They deleted his account. Yeah.
Jeez.
So let's hope they actually do something for Smash, because if there's cheating in Smash, there's going to be hell to pay. Lots of people will get annoyed with that.
Oh yeah. Well, Smash is like their biggest thing, so I think they'll probably do something for that.
Okay, next up, there's this AR company, Octi, that have just managed to raise 7.5 million in seed funding, which they're going to use to help create AR tech that can understand the human body and its movements, which is kind of cool. Apparently, they're looking beyond plane-based AR tech, which is generally used to make something appear on the real world, on the background or surface, just like you use with your phone. And you put it against a building and you can have the AR on it and say, oh, that's St. Paul's Cathedral. Give you some information about it. Basically, they're basically coming up with this way of making AR effects show on the body and stuff, which could be cool. That some of the demos are showing the tech can be used to overlay bright squiggly lines on people whilst they dance around, or just remove them from scenes entirely. And then they can also tie effects to certain gestures. So yeah, you can do the old "make it rain" gesture, and fake builds will be flying out on the screen. Could be quite fun for streamers to play around with. Basically, it's using machine learning to achieve these results, and the system first detects key points on the human that's using it, like eyes, nose, lips, elbows, and then creates a model of their skeleton and then adds it over the top. So yeah, basically kind of cool stuff. And the CEO, a chap called Justin Fuse, I don't know.
Fuchsia?
He says it could be useful in a number of fields such as fashion, fitness, entertainment, and the games industry. If you want to find out more, or even take it for a spin, you can download the demo app from the Octi website. So go and check that out if you're at all interested in anything AR. Could be fun.
Cool. Well, speaking of AR, we got Niantic, who's the ones behind Pokemon Go, picked up a new company.
Who were they were part of Google.
Oh, I didn't even see that in there.
Yeah, they were started by Google. It was a Google company, and there was a game, I can't remember what it was, before Pokemon Go. Basically, Pokemon Go is built off the structure of the Niantic game that I used to play.
Okay, you're saying Niantic was a part of Google. I thought you were going to say that the company that they picked up was a part of Google. I was like, wow. Okay, so yeah, they had another game that's basically like Pokemon Go, except slightly different. I can't remember what it's called either. But yeah, so they picked up a LA-based company called Seismic Games, known for RPG Marvel Strike Force, and they've also had a game that is on the Google Daydream, which I should look at because I have a Google Daydream. Blade Runner Revelations. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. But Seismic Games made $25 million in the past 4 months, so they're doing pretty good for themselves. So I wonder how much they bought them for, because it does not say how much they spent to acquire them. Anyway, let's see. According to Niantic, they're going to work on their own games as they are making now, and they're going to transition to building all new AR experiences for the company going forward. They said in a statement, we recently gave a peek under the hood of the Niantic real-world platform, and we see the addition of Seismic Games as a significant accelerant for realizing our vision of an operating system that bridges the digital and the physical worlds. I still want those, like, Microsoft, I can't remember the code name for the damn things. Their AR goggle things.
Oh, yeah.
Put Minecraft in my wall!
They're not very good by all accounts. Some you can buy already that have been made by, I want to say Lenovo, but I could be wrong.
No clue. But let's see, down here they're talking about AR technology behind Pokemon Go, Harry Potter, Wizards Unite. Seismic is with the latest. It also says that in June they picked up Matrix Mill, working on technology that will allow AR elements to interact more naturally with the real world. Just like my cat being behind.
HoloLens, that was it.
Yes,
Thank you very much, Rob.
Thank you for
next up, Valve. A few weeks ago, there was we talked about it on the show about how Valve were adopting the policy of if it's not illegal, you can. We're going hands off. We're not doing anything to actually vet what's on the market. As long as it's not illegal and it works, then it's fine. Well, it turns out that's not really the case. A company called Love in Space, who have made a game called Shining Song Star Nova. Try saying that quickly 10 times when you're drunk. Said via Twitter that their game's being held from Steam until it satisfied new requirements. And Valve have confirmed that this game is in suspension at the moment in a statement to Kama Sutra, saying, yes, some titles are being held. We'll have more info on this soon. Despite appearances, this isn't outright censorship. Apparently, Valve said they're refining the tools that should give users more control over what they see in the store. I guess it'll be something like a checkbox. Do you mind boobs? No.
I like
Boobs.
Can I see all the boobs?
Yeah. So yeah, basically, Valve are working on these features to and this one game, which I'm going to refer to as SSS because it's a lot easier to say. That's been identified as needing the features in place before it can go live on Steam, but Steam still hasn't provided official guidelines as to what kind of content passes this kind of litmus test. And as a result, many developers like Love in Space are stuck in limbo where they've got a game they've made, they've spent time and money making this game, and they want to put it up, and Valve's like, yeah. And Valve, they haven't issued a timeline that explains when the affected games will be allowed to go live on Steam again. But I guess we'll find out more soon enough. So yeah, what do you guys think about this? Perhaps this will be our question of the week. Should Valve be doing... Tell us what your position on this matter is. Do you think Valve are doing the right thing? Are they doing the wrong thing? Is it... just should there be pretty much anything available on the Steam store, or should it be curated? I mean, they're obviously not going to do bloody quality testing. They haven't done that for years, but let us know what you think.
Well, I think they should have an adult section, but that it should just be...
Yeah, that would work, wouldn't it?
Yeah, all you need to do is rate it, X
yeah, all games rated above T go into this section
boobs.
of Steam.
They go into the boob section. The red light district. I don't fucking know. Yeah, I fucked up everything over here. Hold on. I got all my fucking windows everywhere. Alright, so I will go on to the next piece, I think. Alright, there we go, we're good. Alright, so Square Enix is apologizing to their shortages of Octopath Traveler, which I went to the store today, going, please God, have Octopath Traveler here because I know Rogue's giving me money, I want to buy the game. Fuck! It wasn't there.
Yeah, that
they didn't even have a
like.
spot for it. So
That site I don't like's got a good discount on it at the moment.
Really?
Yeah.
How much are they selling it for?
Brings it £37.
Wow, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, speaking of that, I could buy it if it's on Amazon. I need to go check if it's on Amazon. Anyway, yes, I'll do that while you're doing your next piece. But yeah, they're apologizing because they are not meeting demand, and it's saying that in some cases there's a 1 to 2 month wait for box copies.
Wow.
Yeah, so maybe they thought it wasn't going to do that good. I know Steve is like, oh my God, this game's so awesome. Why don't you have it yet, dude? That's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, totally. He's moved to the coast. He's started wearing board shorts and and a rash vest, and it's totally tubular, dude.
Wow. Goddamn. The debut sales of the game have doubled the sales of fucking Bravely Default and Bravely Second, and those two games were fucking awesome. I love those two. Yeah, they are good at this series. I can't believe that they didn't fucking make enough. It's like a new thing. You don't know how people are gonna do it, and then everybody wants it, and then you're like, well, it's on a Nintendo platform. It's their fault.
Yeah, I mean, at least there is the option to buy it digitally. But,
yeah.
So if you're desperate to play it, you can play it. But if you have to have the physical copy because you don't have a large enough memory card, or you just really want to have the physical copy because you haven't tasted a Switch cartridge for a while, and you just want to remind of that fresh taste that's just.
You know what's sad is I thought about licking it when it comes in to see if they still put that nasty shit on it. I thought about that while you were talking about the last thing while I was reading this. It's like, I wonder if they still taste bad.
That's the thing. You're never gonna know unless you try. Like every year or so, probably have. So
Maybe they have it a little bit less bitter. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't taste like poop.
Yeah, it still tastes like shit. Oh, that reminded me of a video I saw. Um, yeah. Okay, last bit of news, I guess then, which I'm quite pleased about. Rainbow Six Siege now has some automatic stuff going on it that basically means if you type in the chat anything that's hate speech, considered by whoever's programmed it to be hate speech, then you get a ban. And Ubisoft are going to be launching it to lots of other games as well. And actually, this is a week old. Since last week, when they started it, in a day, dozens of players have been saying they received an automatic and instant ban after using a racist or homophobic slur in the text chat. And Ubisoft have confirmed that this new banning system is live in Siege. Your first ban lasts for about 27 minutes, and it prevents you playing any aspect of Siege, including terrorist hunt or custom games. If second offence, that goes to 2 hours. And after the third offence, they'll have an official investigation into the account, and it could end up with a permanent ban to the game. So yeah. It's pretty cool. I think we kind of games can be so toxic, and really terrible people just sit there being assholes. Problem is, it's not just typing. People have voices and they use those, but they're not the only people doing it. And Microsoft are actually working on a system that's very similar, which will probably be baked into the next version of Windows and the next Xbox console. And they're actually working on Voice ID. So, yeah, that's not so sure about that. But yeah, basically, they're working on an automated system that senses text chat in games based on a chat filter list. And it replaces words that have been identified as offensive and provide players with a notification that the language was found to be unacceptable. They also track the number of times that players trigger that filter, and they're going to take necessary action. Some people have praised Ubisoft's efforts to curb hate speech, while others expressed their anger at their favourite words are now off limits. One Redditor, the Deves, said, just want to say I've watched a few people get banned runs in front of my eyes. It's beautiful. Yeah, I'm all for it. If you can't play a game without being an arsehole, then perhaps you shouldn't be able to play that. Perhaps that should be our question of the week. Perhaps you should use that instead.
Like, I say cunt and all that stuff all the time, but I don't say it during games.
Yeah, and the thing is,
people cunts,
it's my right to free speech being taken away. No, you've still got the right to type it. It's just there are consequences to your actions. That's how life works. Just because you can say whatever you want doesn't mean to say that there are no consequences for saying what you've said. I mean, I could go up to someone and say something and be arrested and
or punched in the face,
put into jail for a hate crime. I'm not that kind of person, so I wouldn't. But why should it apply in law and not in video games?
It's a video game, man. It's not real.
No, but the people that you're playing the video games with are real, and they have their own feelings. Some people might have, terrible depression, just trying to get off the, just get out of the head for a bit and just, chill out. And then some arsehole just puts them into a spiral of even more depression.
Yeah,
Don't
I
need
can't
that
stand
shit.
toxic people on the fucking internet.
So yeah, I'm all for this. But we'll have that as our quest of the week. Tell us what you think of this kind of ban system. Are you for it or against it?
I'm for it.
Okay, well that is it for the news, which is good because I'm running out of time to order my pizza.
Real quick, I just want to say I'm sorry. I didn't just order the collector's edition of Octopath Traveler on Amazon. It's coming in Monday.
Okay.
Damn fuck. Anyway.
So, TGM quests. Gary asked, give an explanation as to why Gary didn't have a voice for 3 weeks. And Boondock Brat 4 said he's secretly Hannah Montana.
Big Rob 029 says he's overtly Hannah Montana. How did you guys
Real
know?
Defoe says,
I love this.
Gilead claims you're a gender trader and it's your tongue or the colony. You choose to have your tongue removed to the dismay of your boyfriend. Praise be.
At least he has my colon. E. Ha ha! Oh god. Big Rob goes in here again, and he's maybe it was a ploy to get more guests on the show. Yes, it totally was. Which we were available last week, so we could have been on for a repeat.
Yeah, I was getting drunk, so that wouldn't have happened. Next up, GamerGirl27 says too much home improvement sucked in too much drywall dust. That is so close, and if we had a prize, you'd win it, but we don't. So. Sorry.
I even told her, I was like, that's exactly what fucking happened, except it was coal dust. Tanok smoked too many cigarettes while shouting too much at a rave concert. I wish.
And I'm just giving the voice back. You're wasting it with the bad puns. Relic replied with a picture of I don't know what's going on.
Doritos bag from Japan. I've seen these before, where one guy he's holding a guy that's laying down. He's holding his legs with his foot on his crotch and kind of like pulling and pushing with his foot. Well, pulling with his arms, pushing with his foot. And I don't know why this is a thing over in Japan, but it is. They actually have multiple bag setups.
Stupidly painful.
It is, I'm sure. I mean,
it's not only are you kind of crushing someone's nads with your foot, but you're pulling their legs, so you can get even more.
And you spread out parts.
What flavour's that?
Yeah, ball crusher.
Cheesy, I'm guessing.
From Monday.
It's foot cheese and knob cheese.
Well, it is Doritos, so. Maybe that's actually what they put on there in Japan. I don't know.
That's what that powder is.
Yes, that's what it. Oh, that's gross.
Okay, well, that brings us to emails, speak pipes, voicemails, and we didn't get any of those, but we did get some TGM checks. This is the section of the show where you can tell us what you've been playing this week. And Nostalgia64 has been playing some Far Cry 5 and Yakuza 0.
Yeah, Relic or Ironhander has been playing Monster Hunter World.
Boondock Brat's been playing Diablo 3.
The World of Foo is... I finally started gaming again. I've been playing some Conan Exiles.
I've got that now. I should probably install it at some point.
Yeah.
Next up, Big Rob 029 says Rocket League, City of Thieves. No, that's about it.
No more cooking something delicious too. Speaking of that, I bought that game and I haven't even gotten to play it in the last couple weeks. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Gamer Girl 27, Pillars of Eternity, and Banner Saga 2.
Carbo, as always, For Honor, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, PUBG, and Battlefield 1.
And Miss Rain is Rocket League, Insurgency, Battle Dragon. I don't know where Battle came from. at all. Dragon Ball Legends.
Dinock's been playing Forza Horizon 3, started the crew, and he's on a racing kick.
Oh, I found out because I had Battlefield right above it, and I read that. Alright. Oh, shoutouts. I got a shoutout.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Kim!
Well, that was going to be my shout out as well.
Haha,
So,
you didn't
happy
mark it
birthday,
out.
Kim.
Yes, it is her birthday today. Hopefully I get this podcast out today. Not like she's going to listen to it today. And Rob and Sherry for helping out and coming on and replacing my shitty voice. And just my voice in general. Yeah, I still need to listen to that podcast. I've been behind. But yeah, Dan, you.
Yeah, pretty much the same three. So, Kim, yeah, happy birthday. Many happy returns. 21, can't believe it. Rob, Sherry, thank you very much for jumping in the other day. And no, my mind's just gone blank. I guess Rory, because I've been playing some games with him. So,
yeah,
Mr.
And
Big
I found out
Potatoes.
he could kill me. And, here, I guess this is a TGM check for Sherry. Rob says, Sherry has been playing all the Cook Serve Delicious 2 on my account. There you go.
Okie dokie. Gary, web for the week to come. Where can people find you?
Netflix, Hulu. I found out that, oh man, I wish you could have watch parties on there. Like, Ben and I are doing it as close as we can. Like, we just start the movie at the same time. And then we do countdowns, and it's great.
When you finally get a Rift, then we can watch movies together virtually.
I totally could right now, but I got to work on this house.
Yeah.
I just found out Rick and Morty season 3 is on Hulu. So
Come on, I'm running out of time to order my pizza.
Okay. Emerson89 is Xbox Live and Twitch. Emerson_89 is Steam. Emerson1289 is Nintendo Network Origin, and Emerson289 is PSN and Twitch.
Okay, I am Hardly Dan everywhere. He's just said, apart from on Nintendo Network. Well, I am Hardly Dan there, but if you need my friend code, then it's 6969 42 98 42 81. No, that is not a phone line. That is my Switch Nintendo ID.
Yeah, about you. Wow. All right, website. You can get us at thegamesmen.com. You can get us on Facebook at the Gamesmen Podcast, which is facebook.com/thegamesmen. You can send us voicemail at the RPG hotline, which is 412-267-RPG1 or 412-267-7741. Our SpeakPipe is speakpipe.com/TGMRPG. You can send us an email at thegamesmenrpg@gmail.com. Twitter is at thegamesmenrpg. You can send a hashtag TGMcheck and hashtag TGMquest over there. And you can get us on YouTube at youtube.com/gamesmenrpg, or Twitch is twitch.tv/gamesmenrpg. Mixer is mix.com/gamesmenrpg. Podbean is the gamesmenrpg.podbean.com. You can get us on Stitcher. You can get us on iTunes. Give us a review. We want it. We need it. We love it. Check out everyone at VGHub.net. That's where we're affiliated with a bunch of people, and they love us. I don't know if they do. We love them at least. And then you go to thegamesmen.com/charity events, where you can donate to Dan and I for different things like Extra Life and
Special effect.
Yeah, I had to think about that. All right, Dan, I ran through it fast. Happy, get us out of here.
Yeah. Okay, well, that will do it for episode 225 of the Gamesman podcast. So on behalf of Gary, Amorous89, Lever, I am Dan, Hardly Dan Natman. Together we are the Gamesman, and until next time, we ask...
What role will you play? I can sing.
Okay, can someone take that voice back, please? I think it's broken.
I still can't hit high notes. Go order your pizza, and I'm just gonna say that's Dan fucking messaging as me, I guess. Thanks for saving my bacon.
Yeah. Okay, stopped recording. I am going to export it. I'll be back when I'm back.
Go get your pizza.
Depends. Yeah, it depends how long they take to... let me just get that going.
All right. Thank you for listening, Rob. Talk to you later. Maybe we can play some Rocket League sometime. Bye-bye.
Okay, that is exporting.